Good morning, good morning, good morning. Pam, how are you? Thank you, thank you. How is everybody today? Excuse me. Excuse me. Tuesday, November 16, a day that will live in infamy. Who is that cutie? This one? Moi? Or the baby's face? It was just a face, public domain image that I downloaded. I used to use in some of my ads that I kept. I thought you were talking about moi. So, going to talk a little bit today about going from zero to making money a week, making a weekly paycheck. And I hope I don't bore anybody about it. I wanted to prove that it could be done, and I wanted to show people, because lately I'm hearing a lot of stuff that people want to leave eBay, they want to stop. Now, granted, there's a lot of places hiring. Sorry for the noise. There's a lot of places hiring out there. And these days, they're paying a very good weekly salary just to get employees, just to get good employees. But if even if you're doing it as a side hustle, I don't say stop. Granted, there are issues. I've encountered 4 in a 2-month period with eBay. Well, all through eBay, 2 with the post office. The 2 issues were, one item, $223, was going to France, didn't make it. So eBay pulled the money from me, gave it back to the buyer, and then last week, they just told me they were taking the money from me again and closing the case. So I had to have a long talk with them on Sunday, and they finally changed that, because I says, you can't take the money out of me twice. Good morning, Lisa C. How are you today? The other one was a package, $323 that went to Texas, Dallas, Texas. Didn't get there. So eBay pulled the money from me, and took me forever to get a insurance coverage on it. Finally happened 2 months later, I think it was. So the other 2 items these just happened within a week of each other. One item I shipped out was an action figure. Oh, crap. Came back not exactly the way I send it out. But where's the other piece? So, Spider-Man action figure came back with the arm broken. The only way this could break is if somebody was playing with it very bad, or they had it this way and they pulled on it. But it came back like this, like dirty, scuffed. It's a little sticky. It's scratched everywhere. This is not the figure that I sent out. I sent a perfectly brand new one. Basically, it's just out of the package, and as you know, I put it on display. So I called, I told eBay, I said, listen, you allowed this return. I said, the guy didn't do a claim. He called me and he said, hello, January House. I told him, I said, well, if the item is damaged, you need to call and put a claim in with the post office. Oh no, I'm not doing that. You must have shipped it to me like that. And I says, no, I don't do that. Back and forth, probably 6 emails. eBay said, go ahead and just return it. They sent him the label or whatever. Of course, I pay for that. It comes out of mine. And so I told eBay, I says, well, don't close the case until I get a chance to inspect. I says, because I'm going to put a claim in. Now I can't because the box is not broken. There was no damage in shipping. And how can the figure break when it's surrounded by all that bubble wrap? Plus I use a piece of cardboard, which he didn't include. So anyway, I sent the pictures. I sent it to eBay. I'm waiting for them to respond. And then the last one is another action figure, a New York Comic Con exclusive. I forget the name of the Topps action figures from the 60s. What is it? Garbage Pail Kids. This was an exclusive figure that they had. It was perfectly mint. And he emails me, he says, I just got it and the card is broken. It's like, well, you got to put a claim in with the post office. No, it's broken in the box. You must have shipped it that way. Here we go again. Sent me a picture. The card on the bottom was like ripped and broken, actually bent in. I don't want to tell them in an email, there's no possible way that I'm going to do that. I'm not going to show a picture of a mint item and send you a crap one. And I know it happens. It used to happen in the past a lot. You get people that they're collectors. Well, I'll buy a crappy one for $5. I'll buy a mint one for 50 or whatever, and I'll just swap them out. Granted, it doesn't happen all the time. Not everyone's like that, but it happens. And so eBay said, they awarded the buyer and sent him the money. And I says, I don't even get the item back yet. How can you do that? So 30, 45 minutes, whatever it was, call with eBay. I'm still waiting for that one to come back. Handy link for figuring out how much to cut down a box for a lower cubic tier. Fit shipper, free tools. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Thank you, Lisa. Excuse me. So those are 4 issues for me. And I'm not saying that I'm going to get off eBay, though. I just got back on a couple of months ago. So I'm not going to, again, I'm not going to stop. But I've heard so many different things, the fees are going up and all the news reports. Well, eBay's making more money with less sales. Of course they are, because they're having people pay for promoted listings and all that stuff. So of course they're making more money. We're paying for it, not necessarily through sales, but we're paying for it. But I'm not going to give it up. We have to just change and adapt as sellers. Do not cut your nose to spite your face. I know, but there's people out there saying it. It comes down to, now eating $500, over $500 was a lot. So it was basically an email, a phone call once every other week until it got sorted. And now this was August 23rd. Just the other day, eBay said we're closing it in your favor. So there was the 223 for the first one. But that's August 23rd until this week. You have to take what people say with a grain of salt. It's all part of business. That's what I was getting to. Yeah. It's I hope you get your money because that is wrong. Yes, and that's what I said. I didn't give up. Just I'm dealing with the two now, the phony returns as I'm calling them. But this is a business for us. And you got to treat it as a business. And sometimes there are things that happen that, I mean, I'm sure any accountant will tell you it's a cost of doing business. It sucks, yes, but it's a cost of doing business. And we just got to roll with it. Don't let it get you down. Just keep going. Franklin Hill, good morning. When you consider advertising, infrastructure, payment processing, fees on selling platforms are reasonable to me. No matter you sell, you deal with theft, whether online scams or booth stealing. Yep, exactly. Sweet Teas Treasures, good morning. How are you today? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. But as you saw on the thumbnail I did, I wanted to talk a little bit about going from no money selling, reselling online to making like $500 a week. And I wanted to show that anyone can do it. And it only takes 30 minutes. Once you start doing it, you can get it down to 30 minutes. I've done it, I've done it several times because, as a lot of you know, where I put this banner, I put this on my listings. Paul is one of the OG eBay trading assistants. I was a trading assistant. I did take the training from eBay way back when they first started. I used to teach eBay way back in the day when they first started because I got into it heavy. But of course, I had a store, and then in the 80s, I had 3 stores. So it was cyclical. My eBay activity would be up and down, but I'd always come back to it. So as a lot of you know, in July, we had COVID. We got COVID, and we were down for 6 weeks. I didn't do anything. No listings on eBay, no sales, nothing. No YouTube, no nothing. So I had to build it back up. I had to start getting money coming in. At that time, I was using a virtual assistant company, and I got it up to 600 listings within 3 weeks, I think it was. Started Mercari also after that. A few weeks after that, I started Mercari. So now I'm on eBay again, and I have some money starting to come in. And almost at 700 listings, and then I'm working on Mercari. I started Etsy for a little bit. I stopped because I'm still not fully sure why I was charged 20 cents per listing for 2 months, every month. So I stopped that. I was going to do Bonanza, didn't do that. I had played around with Amazon. I've been on Amazon now for 9 years, I think it is. 8 years, 9 years. Started to put a couple of listings on there. I still only have a dozen on there right now. And I'm just trying to figure it all out and what I can do to get a decent weekly income. Franklin, you have to account for theft, scams, but if you start dwelling on those things when they're happening, you're the wrong business. Exactly. You just have to move on and keep selling. In reality, issues are a small percentage. That's very, very true. It's business. It's obstacles. It's opportunities. What do we used to say it? Opportunities we haven't encountered yet, or we haven't conquered yet. Something to that effect. So, and I still hear people, well, I want to do eBay. How do I start? Like I did this listing challenge a couple of months ago and it was great. 95% of the people were all brand new. And I showed them what I used to do and what I still do today. Um, and it was like, well, where do you get stuff? How do you start? How do you do this? What items do I start with and whatever? And I said, basically start with surround your house. You have right is left, left is right. You're not happy with those action figures that you have on display anymore? Sell them. There's a value. Sell them. You're not happy with that scarecrow statue anymore? Sell it. That's pages. I can't sell that. Baseball cards, baseball cards, baseball cards. Sell them. They have a value. Sell them. So I want to show what I do, and I've showed it in the past. And I'm up to now, I think it's $600 a week, which is nothing, really nothing. I know people doing $2,000 to $4,000 a week. Now, granted, they're buying pallets, they're doing a lot of different things. I can't buy pallet. I want to. I have the contacts. I know how to do it. Excuse me. I don't have the room. Even if I was to get a great deal on a pallet, I have to pass because 3-car garage, every bay is full. I couldn't fit a pallet in here. So, that's another thing. That's just another way to grow the business, make it keep going. If anybody else has any comments or whatever, I posted the link on the top if you'd like to come in and talk with us, or just post it in the chat. If you have your own channel or whatever, you want to post it in the chat, feel free to. No problem. You got anything happening today? Post it in the chat. But some of the things, and I tell people, it's just repetition. The more you do it, the more you get used to it, the easier it becomes. Let me share my screen with you. And like I said, a lot of you have probably seen this already. So this is my eBay screen. So typically what I do every morning, now I haven't done it this morning on purpose. I just go to sell and it shows my listings. But first I want to do is go to orders and I want to see what I have awaiting shipment. So I have one. Oh my God. This thing blows my mind. You must have all seen this. Febreze Unstoppables, this limited edition stuff. I sold this for $19. These cost $2. I found I found 3 or 4 of them at Walmart, tucked in the back. This was last year's, and they still had some. So people want it. People want the limited edition stuff. So I have this to ship. I don't know why I know I raised my font a little bigger, but damn, I'm not that blind. So so I know I have to ship that. So I go back to sell. And it's going to take you to active automatically. So I want to go down here, send offers. It says eligible 23. So I have this at $6. Now, when you're doing this, you really have to know what your costs are. Some people will put their cost in the SKU. And I don't have it on here anywhere. But let's say when I'm listing this, I put it that it's in box 1. And this was in a box lot auction. And I'm at 50 cents. Only you see that. No one else sees that. So I want to send an offer. Now I want this gone. All right. So I don't know. Let's just see if I do this. If it garners any attention. And you just go down. King Kong, $15.99, 12. Now some of these, now I have a lot of people looking at this. This is a comic. So I'm only gonna, yeah, see, 25.65. All right, I'll do 25.65. I have this listed on Mercari also. Oh, 94. What are you gonna make me do? 89. There is no way I'm putting this at 89. So I'll go here and I'll go 92. Send offers. 1124. So can I do, I could do 1100. Send. So you just keep going down. You go through all of them. 12. These will be easy. Oh, yeah. See, this is going to make me go way low. I only want, if I wanted to do 15,700, it's not gonna. It wants me to do 15,400, which I'm not doing that. So I'll go over here. Oops, don't want to do that. 15,700. 15,700. So this is going to make me do the same thing. It's going to make me go way lower than I want to. Like I said, anybody wants to come in and chat, just let me know, or just hit the link. All right. I should have asked eBay why it does that. I think they're going to say that, well, you already put an offer in on it, and that's probably why. 12. I have a case of these Pokemon tins. I don't want, well, can I just do $1? Yep. I don't want to do that. $30, 27. These I have to verify. Send offers. $21, 1995. Slash. Okay, so I did that part. That was sending offers. Now, like I said, it wanted me to lower it more than I wanted to, so I'll just go in here and change the price, and then all these watchers are going to get a notice, hey, you're watching this and the price was just reduced. This one, I don't care if I sell because I actually want to keep it. I didn't see the record. How did I pass that? I had that for a long time. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's one of the first things you do after you see about what you have to ship. The next thing I do is I go back to my actives and I click over here, the start date. Yep. So I have mine sorted from 1 to 100. All right. So I have pages of 100. You could put it down to 50 if you want, or 25. I just have mine sorted at 100. Now, what I could do is I could click here and edit all the selected, or I could just go down. If all I want to do is change the price, I just go on here and each one that I want to change the price on it, it'll come up. Or you could just do it this way, edit selected. So these are old for me. Edit promoted listings. I do not want to promote them anymore. As you can see up here, it says there's a couple that were still promoted. Something went wrong. Please wait and try again. I don't know why. Do not promote. So it's making me promote. Oh, it could be that that one has an offer on it. No, it took it off. So you could go here, buy it now, right? Price. And if you click on that, it'll sort it by lowest to highest. Or if you want to go the other way around, just click it again, highest to lowest. Now, this one I already sent an offer in on, so I won't do that. But what you do is you can click over here, highlight this one, enter, enter. So all you're doing is you're hitting the price, hitting enter, and it goes to the next one, and it goes to the next one, and it goes to the next one. So I'm just lowering it a buck. Okay, that's one way to do it. I'll leave it like that. I could do this, go to edit fields, and it says price. I want to decrease it by, you could decrease it by a percentage or an amount. So if I decrease everything by $1, but don't go below 250, since I know that first one is 250, and I think that's way low already. It just decreased everything by $1 automatically. Well, not automatically, I told it to. So that's an easy way to do it also. And then just hit submit changes, confirm and submit, and I've just lowered the price on 100 of my oldest listings. That's an easy way to do it. And this is basically just working the system. That's all I'm doing, is just working the system. I'm trying to get and trying to do whatever I can do to get activity on my listings. And that's how I'm just building up the sales and getting sales. So I'm working my active listings. I'm sending my offers. I am going back. I'm checking my prices. Now, the only other thing you can do is check your titles. And you hear me say this over and over and over again. The most important part of your titles is the first 4 to 5 or 4 to 6 words, because that they say 75% or more people are purchasing using their phone, and that's all they can see is 4 to 5, 4 to 6 words. So you just want to make sure you have the most important part of the title as the first words. So if I know I'm looking at something that I'm getting no views on at all, something's wrong. Like this one has 1,600 views, but I've had it listed for a while. This one has 1,100 views. Now, granted, I've sold a ton of these already. 1,800 views. I've sold a lot of these already. I bought 2 cases of these, so I have plenty. But if something's wrong, like let's just take this one for instance. You go to edit. 25 Hollywood, nobody knows that company probably. So if I delete that and just start off with Marilyn Monroe leather tote bag, then put the company at the back, the picture's fine, right? Excuse me. You might brighten it up a little, make it pop a little bit more. Or if it's been listed a while, you might change the picture, but no, because that's the best picture I have of the whole bag. And just keep going down. Did you miss anything? All that's good. I have two, both are new. Only one has the tag, $8, which is below what it cost me. Retail ground. It's actually over £1. I don't want to boost it. Update. And that's it. So it's kind of like, I don't know, how do you explain it? Don't expect to just list a product and then wait for the sales to come in. You got to work it. You got to be active on it. You got to work the system is what I call it. It's working your listings, working with your listings. What's wrong with them? What can I correct? How can I do it? And lately what I've been doing is when, like, I have some drafts. And let me share the screen again. Share the screen again. So go back up here, drafts. I have some drafts, okay? And they're all NASCARs. Excuse me. So what I did is I have the NASCAR and it was too dark to take photos. So I did the listing. Now I just got to add the photo. So typically what I'll do is I'll open up eBay on the app. And then you go to selling. And then on the bottom of the app is the drafts. So what I do is I'll hit the draft. And the first thing that comes up, it's going to ask you for the photos. All right. So then I'll hit that. I'll hit camera. I'll put it on the white background. Hello, JRKR. How are you doing today? Thanks for coming in. So I'll hit the camera and then I'll take my pictures. The item will typically be on the white background or a gray background. When I'm done on the app, and I don't have one here I could take photos of, when I'm done, it gives you an option to share your listing. Now, it doesn't do it on the desktop, but you could do it on the phone. So what I've been doing is I've been sharing them on Instagram, and that's been getting my listing some more attention. So that's something you may want to think about too. And then I've shared it on Facebook and different sites. But for some reason, you can only do it on the phone. And now I know Instagram, you need the phone to post. But I've posted on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, a couple of Facebook groups. So that's basically, you do this enough. And if you could do it in 30 minutes, you will definitely make a difference. Definitely make a difference. I'm surprised you're not doing that already, JRKR, the queen of the listings. I say that because she has a lot of listings. She's probably way over weekly what I'm talking about. But now it can be done. It definitely can be done. So then I can go to Mercari. Bink. Then I go to my Mercari page. And like I said, every day, first thing in the morning. No action required. So that's good. All right. No unread messages. Now up here, it's just going to show me somebody liked this, somebody liked that. Or they just got this delivered. This was just delivered. Rate your buyer. Great. So what I do is I could go here, seller dashboard again. Oh, I'm sorry. Just go to my listings. So on here, I only have 257. And I do the same thing. I'll go here, find out, source by the oldest first, and I'll just lower them in here. Now, the nice thing is when you do it here, the save comes up next to it. Why do you leave a large balance? I don't. That's not large. I pull it out like once a week. I'm surprised these satellite speakers haven't sold yet. So this is just the same thing. It's just working it. You can't. It's like opening a brick and mortar store, and it's good morning, Shark Picker. How are you doing, Craig? I believe, right? It said you have. That's for me on my. No, well, it's not. I've had it much higher than that. JR. I don't touch it. I leave it there. I leave it in PayPal. Leave it in Amazon. But so what was I saying? Oh, it's like if you open up a brick and mortar store and you stock the shelves, you got everything going great. Now you open and you just wait for the customers to come in. You can't. You got to let them know you're there. You got to let them know what you have. So you got to promote. You got to take these things. You could promote it. I wouldn't pay to promote it there. I would do all the free promotion. Put it on Instagram. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Send your offers. The other way to do this is you could sort by the number of likes on Mercari. So I have 12 likes. It's $59. Offer 53. It came up automatic. All right, let's do 53. Send offer. Just me. I want my money as soon as I can. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's true. I don't blame you. Then you just go down, offer. It's telling me $10. Sure, I'm okay. No, it has to be 9. Well, why did you tell me 10? Damn it. And then you go down and you just keep going. Just keep working it. There's that comic again. I've had a lot of interested buyers on that. It's the first appearance as somebody else as the Hulk. I didn't read it. It's a new comic. And you just keep going down and down and down until you work them all. And that's just keep getting the sales. JRK, I wish you would come in and talk because you have so many listings and stuff. I'd love to pick your brain. I'd love the people to hear from you too because you have so many listings, how you do it. What do you do different? Or if you just want to put it in the chat, everybody, what do you do different? Are you doing anything different than that? How are you getting your sales? How are you boosting it up? I'm just what I call working the system. I'm just getting the word out there. Now, I don't know if a lot of you saw, but I got to log in. You used an old password. No, I didn't. I cross-post, which was the biggest game changer in my reselling journey. I'm going to talk to List Perfectly and see if I can get them on. I don't know if you saw the chat. But they loved what you did when you talked about List Perfectly, Franklin Hill. Where is it? Second send, leaf pile. Where did I put it? Come on. groups. Live unboxing. Come on, I didn't go back that far. Wow. I'm just looking for a post that I did. Here it is. Okay. All right. This is Melbourne, Florida area swap, sell and swap. So this is where my antique booth is in the antique mall, which I'm at. And it's the same thing. I just did a post and I posted it on the flea market, the swap, the buy and sell pages in that area on the coast, Cocoa Beach, Melbourne Beach. And that's just what I did. It says if you're shopping for pop culture collectibles, shop it in America's Antique Mall, visit our booth number 62. And I just put what it is or email me. And I added some pictures of the booth. Of course, I edited this one and I just put my information there. And I just added pictures of the booth of what I have. And then this is like an ad that I'll post on Craigslist once in a while, I'll post on Facebook Marketplace when they let me. This is basically reverse prospecting. If you've all heard about that, reverse prospecting is instead of putting an ad that you're selling something, you're putting an ad looking for people to sell you something. And, just make it flashy, put some pictures, comics, models, toys, just stuff like that. And then I posted the ad in all those sites. Actually, once you post it once, you could just share it to other sites. So I'm sure I advertise my boots. I'm just going to say that I advertise my boots all the time on Instagram and Facebook, and then we'll typically promote those listings. Yep. Just getting it out there, getting the word out there is what it's all about. So I hope that made sense to everybody. We have a long lag already. So don't forget, tomorrow night, I think Jerry's going to be, if he's back, Jerry's going to be with me again on Swap Meet. I'm going to do another Swap Meet sale tomorrow at 6. And if you have any requests, let me know. If anybody has any questions or concerns or anything they're looking at, anything they're looking to do, okay, just put a comment in there. Let me know. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Sorry I didn't mention this earlier, but everybody on Facebook, if you come into the YouTube channel, you can chat along with everybody. But I'm going to go through this again the rest of the week for people that might have missed it, and just show you that, the repetition is kind of easy to do, and just to get it working. Like what is somebody says, once you do the same thing for three weeks, it becomes a habit, and then it's pretty easy just to keep going with it. So is that it? Any other comments? Anybody? All right. So with that, then I'm going to end it here because I have a ton of stuff to do. I'm still pulling stuff that I got at the live auction I went to. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. If you've never been to a live auction, check it out. It's pretty cool. The reason I went to this live auction, I usually go, but the reason I wanted to go to this one is because it was all collectibles. And I'm still going through boxes of die cast that I bought. So I'm going to post a lot of those. Lots of great info today. Thanks. Thank you, Franklin Hill Ventures. Yeah, and everybody post your link. Franklin Hill has some cool stuff too. You got to see his booths. I mean, he's got a very eclectic amount of items and eclectic taste on stuff. He goes from antiques to collectibles to artwork. He's got everything in his booths. He's really cool with that. I mean, and he's stocked. You got to see his videos. But put your link in there too. And anybody looking for more subs for their YouTube channel, put that in. I appreciate everybody coming in and being with us this morning. I know some people are still not used to me being on again. I know I was off for a couple of weeks but 9 o'clock, it's going to be 9 o'clock Monday through Friday. Swap meet Wednesdays at 6. So I'm going to try to get a couple, I think 2 lots. I think I can put together 2 lots pretty easily of antique postcards. I have some from the early 1900s that went very well. And I just bought some that are probably, I think, from the 60s. So I'll put up a few lots of those. But I'll try to have an email out tonight on everything that we'll have. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm glad you were here. Have a great Tuesday, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.